Alright, the audio appears to be working. Now whether it will continue to work? You know what, I'll deal with it some other time. Alright, hello everybody. So, I am pretty tired today, so the stream's only going to be like 45, 50 minutes, something like that. And I'm pretty much exclusively going to be playing from either 31 or 36 today. Let me turn on my voice a little bit. There we go, -1 decibel. Uh-oh, I'm dropping frames. That's not good. But yeah, it's pretty much exclusively going to be from either here or NASGUB because I'm still really inconsistent with these parts. Like, I played this a bunch earlier today and had just like a billion deaths at those two parts, and then literally the only two times that I got past them from zero, both of those attempts went to Devon, so, and like very deep into Devon. One of them could have passed Devon, honestly, if I didn't choke. I've also just had a pretty tough day, all things considered, so... So that is why I'm pretty much only doing start positions, is because that is substantially less pressure than playing from zero, for whatever reason. Maybe it's just because you know that there's no chance of you actually beating at that attempt, so you're not nearly as worried. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. It's kind of funny to me that that job even exists, like, is able to exist now in, like, the modern day world, because, like, history was not always that advanced. It used to be that you basically had nothing to go off of except intuition to tell, like, what a person, like, how the person's brain was affecting them. And now we have so much stuff that just does it for us, and does it, like, fairly accurately, too. And we also generally just know more about science and all that. Yep, and these attempts are exactly why I'm currently... These attempts are why I'm dedicating an entire, albeit shorter, stream to going from these areas. Yeah, I tried to readjust my arm mid-attempt. That did not do good things for me. Or not my arm, my chair. Which, by the way, this chair is still awesome. I thought I was dead. Like, my hand's not doing the best today, but whatever. Yeah, although, to be honest, I'm just glad that I'm just thankful that I even have the opportunity to stream. Especially, you know, with school, like, winding down for the year. There's a lot that we have to do. Which, thankfully, you know, my classes, the, like, final things we have to do are mostly take-home projects, which is good because, first of all, I can spend multiple days on them. I don't have to worry about getting them all done in one thing, so that's less pressure, and it also means I don't have to, you know, wake up at the crack of dawn every single day. So there is one exception, which is my Music and World Cultures class, in which the final exam is on a Monday at 8 in the morning. So, you know, I don't think those are necessarily the conditions that you would want to have students take an exam that's worth a huge chunk of their grade over, but, you know, I'm not the person that is in charge of that. So. Although, to be fair, if I was in charge of the college, I would, one of the first things I would do is just make everything different, like, closer to the middle of the day. Because, like, you've been up for long enough that you can actually, like, function properly as a human being, but you haven't been up for so long that your brain is just tired of everything, and you also have some time to yourself. But again, I don't run everything. I keep, like, going back and forth on where I want my chair to be for this level. It's kind of funny. So once I'm done with the technology trilogy, so the goal is to finish it before, or not, I'm not gonna say goal, because that's, look where that got me the last 2 times. But ideally, in, like, a absolutely perfect world, I have this done by, the week that my finals end, so, like, May 14th. So, that way, I can just, go straight to Bloodlust, right away, instead of having to take some extra time on this. So, once I beat this level and have the entire technology trilogy under my belt, I plan on making a video. I'm probably not going to stream it, just because, but, like, I'll make a video basically just placing every part on a tier list. Alright, I was wondering when I was going to start dying to that blue orb. Is it even really worth doing, especially considering, you know, I'm dropping all the frames that I'm dropping? Also, what, for the record, what was I on, when I was talking about, oh, Nazgub is the easiest part of the difficulty of this level? Why did I say that? Like, genuinely, why did I say that? That was dumb. Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, Vlacc, Viprin, Sammy, because 2.2, Devin, and Nazgub in that order. So, what was I thinking? Like, genuinely, what the hell was I thinking? Like, Nazgub is not the easiest part. Honestly, my order is still probably, like, I'd say I'd agree with most of it. Just move Nazgub past Sammy, and then it's probably good. You know what, I'm going to 36. Because only having one major roadblock instead of 2 to start every run will be very helpful, I think. another quiet mic, bro. I mean, my voice isn't quiet. I know my voice isn't quiet. But, like, sometimes it just...
No, I'm going at 36.
It just happens. Like, sometimes I'm just tired.
Quiet mic, bro.
But regardless... I'm spammer. Okay, be ready. Okay, preemptive, because I don't want to deal with that. Yeah. Sorry, but I am not about to have that be in my chat, especially today. But yeah, I don't like timing people out at all. Like, I trust most of the people that come into my stream to, you know, be somewhat mature, or at least have, like, basic social skills. But, like, coming into a streamer's chat for no reason other than to just spam and be annoying, don't be surprised if you get timed out before you can even do that. Especially if you say it to them. Like, it's like, and I'm gonna use an Apesta analogy here. It's like, someone telling you that they're gonna rob you, or wait. It's like you telling someone that you're gonna rob them, and then, them immediately calling the cops before you even get a chance to, rob them. Like, that's... no. Especially not today. I'm not dealing with spam today. The only spam I'm dealing with is, that one. Dang. Alright, well, first pretty good run. I mean, that's half the run. At least numerically. I don't know how much, like, how much distance the level that actually covers. But I'm just gonna go with half. That was a weird angle. Okay. So yeah, I would, if I had the choice, I would have been live much earlier on in the day, and for much longer, than I ended up being, but just, things just came up. Not gonna say what they are, because it's kind of sensitive and personal, and also just kind of sad to hear about. Wait, things came up that, you know, required me to take my energy away from Cybernetic Crescent, but I really just needed to stream today, man. Hands hurt? Why do they do this? I mean, I know why. I've been playing Cybernetic Crescent for a very long time today, outside of this stream. Actually, I've just been playing a lot over the weekend, which, you know, it's nice to finally have the opportunity to do that. So, goal is to be able to stream 2 more times this week, so I'm thinking something on Tuesday, like later in the day Tuesday, and then like early afternoon Friday. Because I have Fridays completely off, so I don't have to worry about that. Plus, it'll just be a nice stress relief before a concert. Which, you know, any method I can use is a very welcome one. Yay! Alright, first successful run of the stream. "86 attempts, Jesus Christ, but 36 to 100 times 5, I guess. Don't switch. I need to update my freaking... I need to update my sheet. So... Fire scan warning, I do not care, Google Drive. Like, you wildly overestimate how much I care. 42 before to 100 times 13. So I know at this point I am way over preparing, but I don't care. Alright. We go next in that case. Also, I revisited the level for the first time in over 2 years, and I learned that I have gotten good enough at the game that I can rebeat Dora pretty much any time I want to, so that's cool. I did it yesterday, and it took me, like... I did it yesterday as a break from editing. It took me 5 minutes at most, despite the fact that I haven't played the level in over 2 years. Maybe that can be like a... Ooh. I was thinking like a... I could do like a charity stream or something where like... Well, I'm not monetized yet, but like... let's just... And I'm just spitballing here. Like every, let's say, dollar raised... or every donation I... Nah. Every dollar raised, I beat Dora. I rebeat Dora. And it can be up to like let's just call it 100 completions, because even if I do it first try every single time, that's still over an hour and a half, and I do not want to have to go through those periods of time again. But yeah, that could be like a really fun charity stream. I think people should do that for, like, especially like, well, I'm not gonna say really good, like, top players, but like good players that have played an extreme enough. Like, let's just say SD Slayer as an example. He's beaten Allegiance like what, 50 times now? So he can pretty much beat it whenever he wants to. So I think that would be a fun, I think it would be a fun thing to do. And the community as a whole, especially little kids with their parents' credit cards, they like watching people suffer, so I think they'd be willing to donate a lot of money to charity to see their favorite content creators have to do things over and over again. this a thing that I've noticed? These levels, it's like the entire level as a whole, like because of the kind of hitbox that at least Devin and Shock use. I don't know about the rest of them. Well, and Viper, I guess, to a lesser extent. But like because of the type of saw blade that's used, you don't really get. I feel like that saw blade has the most inaccurate hitbox out of any of the saws. So yeah, it's always interesting to see what times you think you die to it, and then you pass it, and then the other way around as well. I thought I was dead at, like, the Devon ship. I did that ship so weirdly. I don't know how I survived. Or continued surviving, I guess. Good job, me. Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting this practice in. Like, even despite having already done this run many, many times, I still am not 100% on it. Especially the way it's spam, like, why? Okay, that was my fault. That was just way too early. I don't know what I was thinking there. Oh, man. Let me go for a little bit. Still got like a half hour left in me though, at the very minimum. Good job, me. Wow, real smart guy you are. And it's freezing. What the hell? Yeah, I've dropped like 4% of my frames. Why is that a thing? Yeah, that was another that was another point to like the saws not really being possibly inaccurate, because I thought for sure I was dead after the first one, because generally you have a pretty good idea of whether or not you're gonna live just after doing the first swoop. And sometimes I still do that. So, you know, considering all 3 of my Devon attempts have ended around there, it's also good to just keep playing from that area. Okay, bro. You know, honestly, I wonder where I would be at with my playing career if I didn't stall out completely on Dora Dora for almost the year that I stalled out on it for, I guess. Like, realistically, if I had done that, I would probably be into list demons right now, but whatever. It was just a thing. Okay, I did that wrong. My fault. Or my fart, as TC puts it. No idea where he got that from, but it is very funny, so... Yeah, also, I'd probably very likely be, I'd probably be, like, fully into the creation process for Aphrodite, if I hadn't stalled out on this, like the technology trilogy as a whole, because I probably would have gotten Bloodlust done at least a little bit ago, I don't know. Sorry, I had to walk in really quickly. But yeah, I don't know where I would be if I had not stalled out on the technology trilogy. Yeah, like I'm getting up there, dude. Like, I'm old. Like, I'm 18 now, like pretty far along. I turned 19 in like 4.5 months. Let's just call it that. Which I was 14 years old I was 14 years and 2 months old when I beat my first Insane Demon, and about, like, let's just say 15 years, 9.5 months when I beat my first Extreme Demon. And now I'm 18 years and 7.5 months. Time is just wild. What? Eyes are wonking out on me. Not cool. I wish I could just, so, like, you know that one meme of someone is, like, sitting on the couch and they're just like, I suck, and then the person sitting behind them, like, takes their brain out, opens up their head, temporarily takes their brain out, and it's just like, stop lying to my friend. I wish I could do that with my eyes. Just, like, take them out, say, hey, can you, like, work, please? and then put them back in. Man. So I was thinking about this earlier today because I saw a comic somewhere on my Instagram feed about this. Like, my middle and high school teachers were, like, really, really chill with who they gave detentions to. Like, suspensions, they, you know, went a little bit further than that. Because, yeah, some people were bad people. Or just did bad things. But, like, they never went... It was always either suspension or basically, like, a slap on the wrist. Detention was almost never handed out. And it actually, like, genuinely terrified me at one point because, like, the entire school, like, the entire student body of my high school got an email about something, like, related to detention location. And I didn't know it was directed at the student body, so I assumed that, you know, it had happened, it's something, I had done something wrong at that point. So I just showed up to where, you know, detention was being held, and the dude's just like, oh, where's your detention slip? And I was just looking at him all confused, and I was like, am I supposed to be here? I got an email from you guys. And then they were like, oh, that was just sent out to the student body at large. You're good, don't worry about it. So, yeah, I did miss my bus that day, though, which was annoying, because that meant I had to, the school had to call my mom and ask her to come pick me up. Which I was very upset, not by the prospect of going home with my mom, because I love my mom, but I was still just really upset about the whole situation. Bruh. And that's another thing, like, I am in the Saw. I think what it is it's like the Saw, like, fill-ins, or the Saw outlines, or whatever you want to call them, that make the hitboxes so bizarre. Like, what? Don't even play with me, bro. Why do I hear music? Am I crazy? Like, what? Okay, anyway. I think I'm just going insane. Only feasible explanation. Bruh. Can I, like, do things, please? Bruh. Yeah, sorry I'm not talking much. Just don't have the brain space to talk all that well. I have the brain space to play video games for some reason, but I don't have the brain space to talk. But yeah, I promised I would stream today, and I don't like breaking a promise like that. I've probably gotten that specific death like 5 times today. Yeah, not really super happy with this stream, but like this stream is basically the stream equivalent of like a filler upload, but I've been doing some good work here today, I think. Bro, are you serious? And like, it's not my wave trail is just in the Jesus Christ. It actually looks like a slideshow. It looks like a Microsoft PowerPoint on my other screen. Oh well. Just gotta keep going. I have no idea how I fluked the ship at nearly all of the wave when I got there from 0. Like, that's actually like dream speed run levels of luck. So what I'm basically saying there is that I cheated. Because as we all know, okay, I have to be careful because that could get me into a debate about Dream, and I don't want to do that, but like, come on, that speedrun was obviously fake. That's just a funny death. That's not even a bad death. That's just a funny death. Alright, bro. I've been stuck trying to do this run for quite a bit. I do wonder, like, if we had like a well, no, I'm not gonna get into that. I really wish I was coffee tolerant. Like, that must be such an amazing thing to just have at your disposal. It's basically like a wake in a cup. But no, unfortunately I cannot handle the bean juice. Although it would be really helpful for clicks like that. There we go. What? Okay, bro. Well, at least I got some. I got to SERP again. And that was the, like, first attempt without this armrest, so that confirms that for at least this level I'm better off not only using the left armrest. But don't get me wrong, the armrests are useful most of the time. Like when I'm playing most games, it's nice to just have extra support so my arms aren't just like dangling off the table the entire time. Or the desk, I guess, but you know what I mean. Bruh. Okay. My eyes are really not doing well. But I'm not going to give up just yet. I'm going to get this run again, and then we'll go from there. What? Yeah, that's pretty much what I died to from 0. But yeah, I'm doing so much better with the armrest down than, or up with than with it down, so. Okay, that was my fault. I just didn't hold long enough. Huh? Okay. Just need to give my arm a little bit of a break for a minute. Yeah, not really, again, not super happy with how today's stream has gone. Just in terms of runs, but I'm doing something at least. I'm showing up. I mean, at this point, that's really all I can do. Bruh. Let me check what Discord's up to, actually. Yeah, unfortunately, all of my friends, like, have lives and healthy sleep schedules, so... Well, lives and or healthy sleep schedules, I should say. Unfortunately for me, I have neither, so... Which can be seen from the fact that I am playing Cybernetic Crescent at 9:15 p.m. on a Sunday night. Yay! Alright, second 36 to 100. So, first of all, let me update my sheet. So I think, how long have I been streaming for? 47 minutes. So I think I'll do a run from... I'll do a run from 42 to end the stream, so I drop to 100, and that takes out by far the hardest part of my arm, so... Yeah, that's the other difficulty with going from 36 is that after a while, Viper just starts to kill your arm. Well, and I guess there's a couple others, but mostly Viper. It's the wave spam, man. I just jumped too far there. And, like, yes, realistically, I have enough runs by now. But, first of all, I want to avoid my fate on Artificial again, because I think this would be a much worse level to get stuck on, especially considering I like it so much more than I ever did Artificial. And also, runs on this level are just so much fun to do. Because of how Devin's part works, like how it's structured, pretty much all of your deaths just look completely idiotic, which I think makes it a lot easier for me to stomach. Like, if I died to that, you know, it's very clearly structured why I died, and it also just looks kind of sad. Devin, it looks funny pretty much no matter how you die. Devin is one of probably my favorite part of the level gameplay-wise. Like, I love that part. Nice. That's how many times I've done that run. I feel barely any nerves. Alright, how long have I been streaming for? 50 minutes, yeah. I'm calling it quits for tonight, because I'm just exhausted. But, we did good work. Now, I want to see, have I hit 7,000 attempts? So 3457 plus 1264, that is 4723. And then, I think, 4723 plus 2339. So... yes, just barely. So 7,062 attempts. So, yeah, like I said, quick stream, and also my internet's being really uncooperative with me. But, you know, I'm happy with what we did. We did good work today. So, next stream will not be at this time, probably. Like, that's the only thing I can say on that matter. So, yeah. See ya.